I'm gonna need to take you with me this weekend. A couple doctor's offices, you know, got sales calls, okay?
Okay.
Then possibly we'll go to the football game.
Really?
But possibly. All right?
All right.
Come on, finish up.
Are you sure?
I was like, possibly.
Really?
So it's crucial for a screenwriter or filmmaker to realize that we don't merely want to just show an experience occurring on screen. No, we don't want our characters to laugh or cry on screen. Our goal is to elicit those kinds of emotions in our audience. So how do we do that? Well, this is what this video is all about. Hello everybody, Alan Northern here giving you filmmaking tips and tricks, and by the end of this video, you will have corrected a very common screenwriting mistake: displaying emotion versus eliciting emotion. If you're excited, please hit that like button because this video requires a lot of preparation and a lot of research. So please, it would do me so much justice if you just tap that like button. You can always turn the like into a dislike by the end if it sucks. So let's get started. So sometimes we just get so caught up in our characters and in our story that we forget the main reason why we are actually writing the screenplay to begin with. And that is to elicit a strong emotional response in our audience. All filmmakers therefore have a single goal: to elicit emotion in an audience. The screenwriter must elicit emotion in the person who reads the screenplay. Michael Haig. Think about it like this. Instead of merely making our characters cry, we have to think, how do we make our audience cry? Instead of making our characters laugh, how do we make our audience laugh? How do I elicit that meaningful, raw emotion in my audience? Well, let's take a cue from one of the modern masters of storytelling, Robert Mckee. To make change meaningful, it must, to begin with, happen to character. If you see someone drenched in a downpour, that has somewhat more meaning than a damp street. Don't you just love Robert Mckee? His speech, so much depth. So in order for our audience to feel, you've got to do two things. One, establish empathy for your hero. And two, take us on an unforgettable journey. Seeing this scene in isolation means very little to you, or even nothing at all. But because we know where this man has come from and what he's been trying to do, something magical happens. We were strategically exposed to what he wanted for himself and his son. The audience can feel some of that burden and heartache as well. We know how much he's fought against this very occurrence, and yet we're still here. So number one, establish empathy. When we establish empathy, we're building a bridge from the character out to the audience. Empathy allows the audience to feel what the character feels. If they're frightened, we're frightened. They get sad, we get sad. Empathy makes it possible for readers or audiences to identify with your main character and experience emotion through him or her. So how do we create empathy? Well, I'll rank this list in terms of effectiveness. Here we go. Number one, create sympathy for the character. Attempt to get the audience to feel really sorry for the hero. Expose the audience to the hero's messed up world. This will immediately establish a solid connection between the audience and the character.
My sister's boyfriend opened a restaurant and they may have a job for me there, so I'm going to New York, Chris.
Christopher's staying with me.
I'm his mom, you know? He should be with his mom. I should have him, right?
You know you can't take care of him.
Number 2, make the character likable. So Blake Snyder alludes to this in his book Save the Cat. Saving the cat is essentially a metaphor for building a bridge between the audience and the character. So the very term save the cat refers to anything that the main character does to get the audience on his or her side, like saving a cat from a tree. And so boom, immediately the audience is like, well, that's a good guy there. I like that guy. So save a cat out of a tree. I like that guy there. To strengthen empathy for your hero, you could show them displaying characteristics of an overall good person. Now, it doesn't mean that they're a good person. It just means that you're displaying positive characteristics of that person. Make them kind. Show them being generous, conscientious. Do they care about family? Do they help their friends? Basically any Tom Hanks movie. Number 4, make them incredibly intelligent or highly skilled. So we'll empathize with this person no matter how sleazy they may be, because we have this strong yearning to be intelligent or highly skilled. So we'll automatically connect or link ourselves with that person. Number 5, give your character flaws and make them self-aware of those flaws. And number 6, give your audience a deeper reason to respect your main character. The following scene displays both of these characteristics in under 2 minutes. Take a look.
I'm going pro!
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, you'll probably be about as good as I was. That's kind of the way it works, and I was below average, so you'll probably ultimately rank somewhere around there, so really, you'll excel at a lot of things, just not this. I don't want you out here shooting this ball around all day and night, all right?
All right.
Okay? All right, go ahead. Hey. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right?
All right.
You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
Number 7, demonstrate their power or influence.
Sorry, Miranda. Move it!
I don't understand why it's so difficult to confirm an appointment.
No, I'm so sorry, Miranda. I actually did confirm
Details
last
of
night.
your incompetence do not interest me. Tell Simone I'm not going to prove that girl that she sent me for the Brazilian layout. I asked for clean, athletic, smiling. She sent me dirty, tired, and paunchy. And RSVP, yes, the Michael Kors party. I want the driver to drop me off at 9:30 and pick me up at 9:45 sharp.
Whether it's dominion over others, as Miranda Priestley demonstrates, wealth, high stature, or intellectual prowess, whatever special ability your character has. If the audience sees that power demonstrated, you best believe your audience gonna be putting some hot sauce in that bag before they step to them. but it's not enough to show that the character has power, right? He or she should be in touch with his power or acknowledge the fact that he has this power. The power could be a superpower, the power to get things done without hesitation, the power to express one's opinion no matter who's watching. Number 8, place the character in a familiar setting. Every aspect about where your character is from, where he works, to the way he's being brought up, can be used for the audience to empathize with your characters. Even a particular word could be used to help your audience connect with the character.
What's a John?
It's a noun.
Okay.
It's like, see, these is Johns. This is a John. This restaurant was sitting in, it's a John, you're a John.
Number 9, make your hero the eyes for the audience. If your audience knows as much information throughout the entire story as your hero, then that basically places your hero and your audience in the same boat. So that helps strengthen the connection between your audience and your character. Number 10, put them in jeopardy. What's on the line? Their job, their home, their dreams, their family. So I have a few thoughts on this. Some screenwriters believe that the mere act of putting your character in jeopardy automatically makes your audience empathize with your character. I'm a screenwriter who does not believe that is true. Putting your character in jeopardy is only a test to see if your audience cares about your hero. Assuming you've taken the time to implement any of the methods mentioned above, you have nothing to worry about. I'm sure you can recall 1,000 characters where the main character was in trouble and you were like, I don't care. Okay, so take me on that incredible journey. Shepherd me through your rough life. Okay, so this one's kind of like a bonus because you already know how to structure your screenplay properly because you've seen this video series here. The audience will already have a baseline of empathy for your character. Assuming you have a story where your following scene builds upon the one before it, with your protagonist confronting conflict in each scene and overcoming that conflict, your audience will certainly, over time, empathize with your hero. Think of this as like a cherry on top, because your goal in your screenplay is to establish empathy in your characters as quickly as possible. The sooner you do this, the better. If you would like to take a look at my film, I'll put it in the description below. It's free on Prime. And if you'd like to pick up this camera that I shot this video on, then click on the link below and it'll help out the channel. And if you've gotten any value in this video whatsoever, please comment down below. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that I can see you next time. Thanks everyone. Later.